Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Edward's Card Corner. This is your host, Edward Contreras. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the support you've given me through my YouTube channel, Edward's Card Corner. We're currently at 134 subscribers and growing, so please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and to get all those alerts. Secondly, recently I just opened an Instagram page so that you can continue to follow at Edward's Card Corner. Just like that, Edward's Card Corner. There you're going to be seeing also part of the journey. I sometimes include some pictures with many links to some stuff that I'm selling, and I'm also talking about a little bit of the nostalgic factor of card collecting. So without further ado, today's episode is going to be a little bit different, in which I'm going to conduct an interview with Chomps Live Breaks. Chomps was one of my first breakers on YouTube that I ever participated through an eBay auction. And we developed a really nice, cool relationship. Chomps has always been super nice to me. Anytime I've ever had any questions about cards, about breaking, he's been more than willing to help me out. And I asked him about this interview, and he said that he would feel honored to do so, right? So let's start with the interview with Chomps.
Hey guys, my name is David Ciampoli, also known as Chomps.
I'm Ryan Ciampoli, also known as Cat.
And together we own Chomps Live Breaks. We've been at this together for about 6 months. We are in Alma, Arkansas, and we are living our best life. Thanks so much for the request for the interview today. Actually, we're humbled and very proud of what we've created. And let's go ahead and jump into the questions, shall we, Kat?
Sure.
So the first thing I wanted to ask is, what is breaking?
Card breaking is cool. It's actually kind of unique. It has been around a little while, but it's caught a lot of steam, I'd say, during COVID-19, where a lot of us were at home looking for some things to do. We, of course, couldn't go out and spend our money in the ways we're used to. So I think what's really neat about card breaking, a lot of people have discovered card breaking at this time, and they have refound or rediscovered their joy of a hobby that maybe they once participated in as a child, teenager, and life got in the way. And a lot of us stopped collecting baseball cards. So historically, you might go to a local card shop. Those, unfortunately, are not as rampant, I guess, as they used to be.
Not near as popular.
The internet, of course, killed a lot of that. And you'd go to a card shop, you'd buy a box of cards that maybe, again, historically, maybe wasn't as expensive as they are today. And you could open cards. Well, a lot has changed. And those boxes have gone up significantly in cost. And it does make it difficult to go to the shop, whether you're there going by yourself, whether you're taking your kids, to open up some cards. It's a little harder to do, I guess, financially.
We were young. We're originally from Southern California. My dad would always take myself and my brothers out to the local card shop, and we'd buy packs, we'd buy boxes, and it was just part of love of the game with baseball. That was our main sport. We, of course, love football and basketball as well. Baseball, of course, being number one. It's kind of what we do here on Chomps. It's mainly baseball. We do delve out into other sports occasionally when requested. But, man, I remember when I was a young child, parents would take us out to the card shop. We'd be busting open packs, looking for that auto that was super rare. Now it seems like you can pull some crazier, awesome stuff. Maybe that's why they're so expensive. A lot more craziness.
But the fact of the matter is that they are more expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and it's harder for people to do that with the internet. If you have the itch to go to the card shop and open up cards, if you don't have a card shop in your area, you can't do it anymore.
Right.
You'd have to go online, purchase a box, packs, however you did it, and wait. Well, card breaking changed all of that. Let's say that you're a fan of the Angels, and I say that because we are fans of the Angels.
Los Halos, baby.
And let's say that we only really cared. I mean, other cards are cool, and if you got cool things, great. But what we're buying the boxes for would be the Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having to spend hundreds of dollars on a box of cards for ourselves, really only hoping to pull the Angels, what you could do is you could actually participate in a card break. Basically, the idea is this. There are 30 teams. And let's go ahead and use an online auction site as an example for a way that this goes down. I could go online, and for a fraction of what I would pay for a box of cards, I could buy into a break, which means that an individual live on camera will open up product. And it's usually more than one box. You might see 2 box, 3 box, 4 box breaks. And if I buy the Angel spot or I win the Angel spot, basically everything that individual opens on camera and pulls that's an Angels card belongs to me. So I might pay a little shipping fee plus whatever I won the bid for, and I get to cheer on my Halos because that's really all I was concerned about. Now, maybe I'm after not a specific team. Maybe I'm after certain players, maybe rookie cards, maybe certain rare stuff. Maybe I want to buy into several teams. I have the right to buy as many teams as I want to if I win those bids. So what breaking basically is an affordable way to buy baseball cards, and you control how much you spend. It doesn't have to get crazy, and we love it because it's a lot of fun. A lot of times you have 15 to 25 different people that have bought into that break. Everybody's cheering on different things. Yet in a nice card community, everybody can also cheer each other on the big hits that they get. So it's not just opening baseball cards. Think of it as hanging out with like-minded people. They all love cards. They're all cheering for certain things, and they're rooting you on too. It's a live interactive experience, and done right, it can be a lot of fun.
That's very interesting. So my second question is, what are some of the benefits of a person participating in a card break?
Yeah, I would say that it's affordability, and again, it's a sense of community. There are a lot of breakers that are maybe more just about the hits, and that's okay. There's some people that want you to fly through the cards and just find the advertised hits that the box gives you. But I think a lot of us would like the breaks take a little time, get some entertainment for some of the money.
Wait a second. You're saying that some breakers don't go slow through all the cards?
Yeah, a lot of them will flip fast. In fact, more of them will go fast than will go slow. Thought process is the more they can break, the more shows they can do, the more revenue that they're going to take in. My view of that was very different. I thought that we could have more revenue maybe per show and do fewer shows. And I think that model has been very good. But I guess to sum up the second question, you spend what you want to spend, you spend what you can afford to spend, and more importantly, you're going after the cards from the players of the teams you specifically chose for a fraction of what it costs to participate, or buying a box of cards, and you get to have some fun in the process.
So congratulations, Chomps! You reached 1,000 subs on YouTube. I know that this was very big for you, and I'm super proud of the work you've done. One of the questions I think that we all would like to know is, can you tell us a little bit about your journey? How did you get into card breaking?
That sounds weird,
Wow.
you saying that.
Thank you.
We're only 6 months in, but as we record this, we're at basically the end of September 2020. And I'll tell you, Kat, I know you know this story, but it was mid to late March, and I've been in insurance for 17 years. I love baseball cards. I refound my love of the hobby, like so many did in March and April,
Yes.
and I started buying into breaks. I started to understand it. And no knock necessarily on others that are out there, but let's say the breaks that I bought into, um, I didn't have as much fun as I thought I could. I thought that they weren't as entertaining as they could be. And so laying in bed, true story, one morning, looking at cards, I thought, I feel like I could do this. I feel like I could try this as a hobby, and I could try to provide a fun show and go a little slower and interact with the chat a little more. And I want to try this. And believe it or not, by the end of that day, Chomps Live Breaks was born. The logo was created. Believe it or not, I went online and purchased, pins and backdrops and all this stuff, dreaming big. And I decided that night that my first show would be 5 days from then. So I had to scrape together some pennies to get my first case of cards to do this with. And we got started with a very inexpensive product. We joke, we still call us the trash show to this day because the technology was not good. I still have gone back, and you have too, tried to watch that first show that you were with me on.
It's awful.
I was terrified. As it got closer to showtime, I said, "You've got to sit in with me. I can't do this alone." And so you and I did the first show. We did our best. And when we talked to some of the ones that have been with us since that first show, they say they saw something special. Yes, it was a train wreck, but they saw a couple guys with a genuine love of cards, trying hard to do something a little different than what was out there, and they came back. And they came back.
I said
and
that's
they came back.
480p at its finest.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Audio was awful. I remember that first show. We both were kind of nervous, about it because we've never done it before.
Yeah.
And I was there, frantically trying to put together the video, the audio, trying to make it look and sound as good as I possibly could. But I'm no IT guy, and you guys, we joke about that I'm a terrible IT guy. And you look at where it started versus where it is now, and it's night and day.
The 1,000 subscriber mark. So many YouTubers try and fail to get there, and I don't say that in a braggadocious way. We are humbled. We are so lucky that those few people saw whatever it was they saw in us, and they came back and they told other people, and then they came back, and one thing led to another. It took us forever to get to 100 subs. I think a lot of YouTubers, whatever content they have, would agree it takes forever to get there. And it slowly begins to snowball. If you're trying hard, if you're putting out good content, chances are your channel, whatever it is going to grow. And yeah, we're very fortunate. A couple weeks ago, we did hit the 1,000 subs mark. Where I think we're at 1,100 now. It keeps going up, and super lucky. And that's kind of how the journey started.